go. Give me linebackers on the hop. Let's go. Hustle up. 8.
6 new head coaches across the Desert Southwest. 4 in action tonight. We share how they fared.
Plus, coming off a great season last year, can the Yuma Criminals keep good times rolling? Friday Night Lights starts right now.
You're watching Friday Night Lights on KYMA.
Welcome to another season of Friday Night Lights. Glad to be back with you once again. I'm Scott Gross.
And I'm Chaz Messman. I'm thrilled to be part of this. Besides myself, a lot of changes across the Desert Southwest when it comes to prep football, as of half a dozen teams now have new head coaches.
That's right. We kick off our new season with one of those coaches as Pete Blinko takes over Southwest. A tough task for him tonight with the Holtville Vikings traveling down the Evan Hughes Highway into El Centro, looking for their 3rd straight win over the Eagles.
An interesting narrative for both teams as the Eagles look to run instead of the pass this season, and the Vikings say they want to pass more than they run.
Both teams taking on a new approach. Let's see if it holds true in our marquee matchup. Let's get it on.
We start at Eagle Field with the Southwest Eagles hosting the Holtville Vikings. You can see them coaches getting ready for their teams. The first drive of the game. Here's Bryce Puscala handing it to Hector Sanchez, who bounces it to the outside, and he makes a man miss for a first down. This would set the Holtville Vikings up into very good territory on 1st and goals. Puscala gives it to Griffin Garcia, who powers it. Look at those legs moving into the end zone for an 8-0 lead. Southwest would try and answer on their next possession. Here's Matthew Mills hitting Logan Youngers on a screen pass. Youngers bursts it to the outside and gets his Jets going forward for a first down. This drive would end in a fumble to give the ball back to the Vikings. But here's on a 4th down, a bad snap, and the Eagles defense would come up with a big hold to keep it at a 1-score game. Next possession, Mills dropping back to pass, but he's going to be intercepted by Fermin Velarde, giving the Vikings a chance to score right before halftime. 4th and goal, last play of the half. But what happens? No! Braden Terrell runs into a crowd of Eagles defenders, including Kenneth Urquides, keeping Southwest in the game. However, in the end, it would be Holtville who would take home a 22-0 lead or win and move to 1-0.
On to Willis Ward Field. Yes, the lights are back on for the Bulldogs in a rematch of last year's openers. They welcome 2-time defending CIF champion Palo Verde into town. We start the quarter. 3rd down and 4 from the Bulldog 23-yard line. Jackets with the quick toss to Yanel Fernandez, who makes the defender miss, and he turns upfield for a big run. 1st down and then some. Palo Verde gets to the 45. After a 42, make that a 22-yard run. Next snap, same play, different back. Palo Verde giving the rock to Gabriel Ramirez, who finds some room near the sideline. Yellow Jackets into Bulldog territory, 25-yard gain for Ramirez. So now some penalties. Move the Jackets back. This is the 1st and 20 from the PV 40, and here comes Luis Alcala shutting this play down. The loss of 3. Dogs would eventually get a turnover on down. So, the Dogs fare any better on offense? Here's 3rd and 6 from the Calexico 46, and Roberto Montejano getting a quick toss out to Leo Canchola, who's immediately met by the Jackets D. Palo Verde forces a punt. Now this game would be scoreless through the 1st quarter, but eventually it would be the Bulldogs taking this in a low-scoring dogfight. 14-7, Calexico takes the rematch. To Veterans Field in Calipatria, where Tony Leon makes his football debut. You may remember him as a wrestling coach. Well, we fast forward early to the 2nd quarter. The Desert Christian quarterback rolls to his right in the Hornets. Bernard Thomas applies the pressure. Dominic Hawk is there for the pick, and the nice return. Hornets set up nicely in the red zone. It's Hawk on the sweep to the right, makes a nice move right here. Whoop! Right here. Grinds his way now near the 5-yard line for a 1st down. So on 1st and goal, the Hornets are going to give up the gut to Juan Perez, and he goes nowhere. Little guy hit a brick wall, lost his lid in the process. Moments later, it's going to be Jordan Potter, and exit stage left. He's coming right at you into the living room. Touchdown, Potter. Later, Dominic Hawk would score twice. Hornets win the season opener 26-13. Hornets win the season opener for the first time since 2017.
Coming up next, we take you to games across Yuma County. We're heading down and picking up every first down along the way.
Friday Night Lights returns after this quick water break.
You're watching Friday Night Lights on KYMA. Ready?
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle. And it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford. Get 1.9% APR limited term financing plus $500 retail trade assist cash on a 2023 Ford Bronco Sport. Only at your San Diego County Ford dealers.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Contact local agent Kathy Newsey for your personal price plan today.
Renewal by Andersen can make replacing your windows and doors really affordable. And getting a price? Well, that's easy. Just scan this code and self-schedule your own appointment. You don't have to talk to anyone, and you can do it 24 hours a day. Just scan and pick a date and time that work for you. Renewal by Andersen has more 5-star reviews than other leading full-service window replacement companies. Learn why. Scan the code now to self-schedule your window and door appointment.
Kofa Casino and Resort. All the fun under the sun. We're celebrating 30 years of winning at Kofa. Stop in for your chance to win up to $30,000 with our 30th anniversary cash bash.
FNL, sponsored by Southwest Turf and Rock.
And welcome back to Friday Night Lights. Last year, the Yuma Criminals finished 7-3, their first winning season since 2009.
The Crims lost a lot of talent and their head coach from last season. And a key cog of explosive offense, though, is getting back quarterback Reggie Antone. Now heading out to the Curly Colt Memorial Stadium where the Criminals are being led out onto the field by Yuma legend Kurt Weber. The boys are hyped, taking on the River Valley Dust Devils. Top of the game, River Valley's first down on the Crims 26. Mickey Smith with a handoff to Jaden Plotkin, who whizzes it for a first down, and that makes it first and goal. We go to second down after being stopped on the goal line. Another handoff to Plotkin, and this time he gets the job done, getting into the end zone. The Dust Devils get a 2-point conversion as well, 8-0. Now the Crims on 2nd and 10. Quarterback Reggie Antoni goes long, looking for Andrew Mosqueda, is there for the catch. 25-yard gain, big play. Then on 4th and 23, Antoni drops back to throw, and he launches one deep. And who else? That's Mosqueda there for the score. Crims down by 1, 8-7. A little less than 5 minutes left in the first. Dust Devil Plotkin taking off from the 24-yard line, dodges a couple Criminals, goes down the sideline for a 74-yard touchdown run. No one will catch him, 15-7. Now we will go to the second quarter. Crims down from the River Valley 40, and this is just, look, Antoine and Mosqueda connection for another touchdown. See you later. Crims down 22-14. And the Yuma Criminals would be unable to catch up and lose 56-20.
Mosqueda had 3 touchdowns in that game. To Irv Palak Field for the Kofa Kings home opener with the falcon hunting season on their minds with Fountain Hills in town. And the Falcons looking for a fast start. Opening drive, Kings junior quarterback Jose Galaviz with a short pass to fellow junior Jason Edwards, and Edwards with a gain of 13 and the Kings first down. Later in the drive, it'll be 3rd down, and Galaviz will lob to Gustavo Ariz, and the senior comes up just short, about a yard short. Kings will elect to punt. Falcons' first possession, and watch the trickery. It's a toss to the right into reverse, lateral back to the quarterback who fires down the field, complete! Falcons in the red zone. Kings defense forces a 4th and goal. Falcons Sam Barner rolls right, finds senior Gannon Young for the score, stretches it across. Falcons notch the extra point, take a 7-0 lead. Now after a Kofa punt, Kings defense back to work, and watch the great play by Kings senior Jose Sanchez. No, sir! Great pass deflection. Kings defense came to play. Early second quarter, Falcons threatening, and they go for it on 4th down again. This time, Kings hold down the fort. Carlos Galaviz with the strip. Isaac Escobar with the fumble recovery. A nice stop. Next possession on offense. Jose Galaviz, he's going to use a little fancy footwork. Watch this, dancing in the pocket, and he'll find Isaiah Luna for the big catch. Kofa kept it close early, but they fall in this one 37-13.
And moving along over to Welton, where the Antelope Rams were braving the windy conditions as they welcomed the Palo Verde Titans of Tucson. First quarter, Titans hand the ball off with the option, but it's met immediately at the point of contact by Romelio Silva. The Titans keep it going with the ground game, but still no luck as the Rams D-line swallows up the ball carry and forces a punt. Making his way onto the field is freshman Train Figueroa, leading the Rams offense, and head coach Hector Ramirez starts off with a little bit of trickery with his lineman spread out wide right and Figueroa tossing it to Andrew Alvarlano. He's bobbing and weaving towards the goal line before coughing up the ball. Here we got another one powering his way into the end zone. That's Michael Hernandez from 3 yards out, getting the first touchdown of the season. He's going to sprint back to the sideline. Next, Titans possession, and the quarterback half-back play game of I had, you had it, and Israel Medina picks up the loose ball for the Rams. They would outlast the Titans in a low-scoring affair, 12-6, to win the first game of the 2023 season.
And we're not done yet. We've got more highlights and the out-of-town scoreboard coming up next.
Hi, I'm News 11's Jacqueline Aguilar, and Monday on Sunrise, a recent study shows Americans are drinking more and taking more drugs. Find out if smoking cigarettes has decreased over all age groups or if it's spiked up. And a new health study finds that someone who has any kind of severe pain a year after a heart attack may be more likely to die within the 8 years afterward. We share how researchers came to this result Monday on Sunrise.
Why choose Southwest Turf and Rock for your decade of rock? We offer competitive pricing, a huge selection, and superior customer service. Southwest Turf and Rock, 4200 East 32nd Street in Yuma. Se habla español.
There's an issue affecting many children that I can't solve alone. It's called toxic stress. It's how a child's body responds to difficult experiences, from harsh language to a painful loss. It builds up inside, making it harder to fight off infections and illnesses, and increasing the risk for lasting health issues. But there are steps parents can take to help. Learn 4 things you can do to overcome toxic stress at first5california.com.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. It's fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Want it? Here's the number.
Call 833-784-4999 to get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
Which helps me run all of this easily. Kids checkups? Scheduled. Work? Bust. Treat dispenser? Treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer. Work.
Switch to Spectrum One. 300 megabit internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security.
Spectrum One. Gets it done.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-784-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a store today.
Why choose Southwest Turf and Rock for synthetic turf? We have the lowest prices, largest selection, and the longest warranty in Yuma. Southwest Turf and Rock, 4200 East 32nd Street in Yuma. Se habla español.
Welcome back. More highlights to pass along, this time with girls flag football in the Imperial Valley.
Yes, it was the Holtville and Southwest kicking it off to start the inaugural season of CIF girls flag football this past Thursday. And you can see the girls were all hyped up for it. This is a new sport that the community is super pumped for.
There we go. We had a little liner there. Let's go into the highlight right now. There we go.
There we go. Now we're into the highlights. Southwest and Holtville starting the first ever CIF girls flag football season. Be still tied at 0 in the first, and Southwest quarterback Charisma Holguin rolls out to the right and hits a receiver who turns on the Jets and goes into the end zone for the score. Same quarter, Holtville would try and answer. Ashley Arcee looking for Mia Navarro, who makes the diving catch. Look at that. Off one arm, makes it. Unfortunately, they would not score. The Eagles would take the ball back, and Holguin dumps it off to her tailback, and she bursts it into the end zone for the touchdown. How about that? Southwest offense getting it going. But now we got the Holtville defense trying to hold, and a nice play from Lucia Magallana is getting the flagpole. But in the end, it would be Southwest who start their program off on a high with a 20-0 victory.
And now, FNL Play of the Week, sponsored by All Play Synthetic Lawns and Landscaping.
Our Play of the Week comes from Eagle Field and Griffin Garcia, who would not be denied, carrying 4 Eagles defenders on his way into the end zone. That was the first drive of the season. What a start for Garcia and the Vikings.
That is our Play of the Week. Now to our out-of-town scoreboard. The Central Spartans had a neutral site game against Santa Fe Christian out of Torrey Pines, and they got the job done, 19-14. Imperial also on the road at West Hills, squaring off against the Wolfpack, and they lose in a hard-fought defensive battle by a score of 14-7. The Scots of Vincent Memorial on the road to Spring Valley against the Monarchs of Monte Vista, and they come away winners, 29-13. Brawley is scheduled to be at Scripps Ranch tomorrow. Kickoff was scheduled for 7 o'clock. Now, due to Hurricane Hillary, that game has been postponed to later in September. So you don't have to drive to the San Diego area because the Brawley game postponed. More of the out-of-town scoreboard and a recap of what we had earlier. Antelope, well, Antelope wins under a new head coach today in Hector Ramirez, 12-6. Kofa falls at home by a score of 37-13. Turning the page one more time, take a look at what we have. Yuma falls at home by a score of 56-20 to the River Valley Dust Devils, and Calipatria wins their first home opener, I should say, since 2017, 26-13 over Desert Christian Academy. Let's go to our helmet props right now. And drum roll, please. My helmet prop is going to go to you, Calipatria. Yes, and Dominic Hawk had 2 touchdowns in that one. Yeah, they're 1-0.
Nice. Good start for the Fighting Jalen Fonks.
That's right. Well, I don't know if you want to tell a team that. They may hunt you
anyway,
down.
My helmet prop goes to the guy who never skips leg day, Griffin Garcia, over 100 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Big victory for the Holtville Vikings to start off their year.
Holtville 3-0 in the past 3 years against Southwest. You didn't see much passing there today?
No, they said they were going to pass more, and they pounded the rock.
Big things that stood out to you today? I mean, we had 4 of the 6 new head coaches, and a couple of them came away with wins.
Yeah, a lot of good defensive work, too. We can see that the defenses are trying to get there, locking down, especially a lot of 4th and goals being stopped across multiple games.
You know, we couldn't put on the show without a lot of help. So a big thank you to our director, Omar Velasquez, who is holding things down. Jalen Fongs getting all of our scores. Luis Lopez, Vanessa Gongora. Also thanks to Ernesto Ramirez. Our news director. Also thanks to Abraham Ratana helping with the shooting out there. So it's a big crew all coming together. And especially you, the fans. Thank you so much.